Welcome to my screencast about where we will be in 5 years. This is my vision for arts integration as an approach to teaching school-wide, district-wide. Currently, my cohort of 16 teachers and I work on learning more about arts integration and pulling that into our teaching every day. 5 years from now, I'd like to grow from 16 teachers across 4 elementary schools, a middle and a high school, and 1 rural school, I'm in Kodiak, to the entire district. Have arts integration specialists, not only just 1 per building, but having all teachers in all classrooms integrating not just the arts and cultures of Kodiak, but subject into subject. For example, if I'm a social studies teacher, maybe I integrate art along with a math, along with science as I teach my social studies. How are we going to get there? I am learning that slow and steady really does win the race. I hate to use that cliche, but if we want everybody to end up doing this, we can't say everybody's doing arts integration from day one. We have to make sure that everybody's ready to receive that information and feels comfortable and has the classroom management routines down so that kids can accept being kinesthetic and cooperative, that they're able to move around the classrooms in a controlled way, that they are in control of their minds and their voices and their bodies. The vision includes having students who are calm and focused and balanced. It does really lend into that whole idea of what is a 21st century learner. So what do we want our students to look like when they graduate? I want to build that as part of the vision from 5 years from now. So starting in kindergarten, having that view of what do we want a 12th grader who's graduating, what are they able to do? So I think in integrating the arts and the cultures, we're also bringing in those so-called soft skills that we don't have, or we just are beginning to include in our standards in Alaska. I know here at Kodiak that we do have what we call the TREC standards, and those include the SEL, or the social emotional learning standards, the cultural standards, all those so-called soft skills that many leading businesses say are the most important for our graduates to have, and not those ones that are easily assessed in statewide assessments. You know, what is the math? What is your language? What is your reading level? But are you able to cooperate and work in a group? Are you able to think creatively? Are you innovative? Are you a learner because you love being a learner? Do you have a growth mindset? 5 years from now, my vision for a school includes students who are prepared for the 21st century. And in 5 years from now, maybe we're not calling that anymore, but that's where I'm heading with this. So arts integration as an approach to teaching. We can also put those words like place-based education, cultural integration, native ways of knowing and doing, all of those things that come into looking at the whole learner, not just can you read, can you write, can you do a math equation, but how are you as a learner, and how are you growing as a learner, and how do you extend that beyond the classroom walls? So the slides that are playing as we're talking, or as I'm talking, show still and video of students who are engaged in flexible seating, who are allowed to have choice, who are leading the classroom. This is a first grade classroom in music right now. The integration that's happening here is a literature lesson. We have a little first grader who's just an emerging reader. He's actually reading to the entire class, and the class is following along and supporting him with the story by playing musical instruments at certain parts. Okay. This should be the norm, I believe, in all classrooms, not just the music classroom. Pair an art form with a content area. I recently had a conversation with our one art specialist for the entire district. She teaches art at the high school, and she's a little bit dumbfounded by the fact that we have music specialists in each elementary, but we don't have any art teachers. And I would like to come around to sharing the viewpoint with everybody that we do have art specialists in all elementaries. They happen to specialize in music, but music is an art form. So in the day and age of cutting and digging into budgets and restricting art in our classrooms. Let's celebrate that we do have music teachers in each elementary and that the kids are having that art form every day. It happens to be music. It's not TUD, it's not sculpture, but I would also like to see our teachers that were coming into the profession getting some really strong arts training so they feel confident in teaching in and through the arts, whatever that art form might be. And when they arrive at Kodiak, me as the arts and culture coordinator can help facilitate more professional development, not just for a cohort of 16, but for everybody in the district. So my vision is, in 5 years, all teachers within the district I work in will use arts and cultures as an approach to teaching all subject areas. Thank you.